I want to welcome everybody to the budget workshop. We are back from recess. And Matt, if you want to go ahead and get started.
Yeah. Thank you, Mayor and Council. Tonight we have our last workshop on the budget, and we are going to discuss special reserves and non-mill levy funds. Just to kind of give you an overview, we have talked about general funds, we've talked about capital projects, utility funds, the bond and interest, and tonight we're going to go over the special funds. So special funds would be such things as our land bank funds. Our ARPA funds were housed here. We have expended those funds on the sewer rehab project. And special highway and streets takes up the majority of the special funds. First, I'm going to call Matt Lawn up here, our financial consultant, and he's going to go over the assessed valuation that we received from the county this month. Kind of answer any questions that you might have on that, tell you where we're at, and then we will go into the special funds, and Mr. Lawn will carry away to that conversation as well.
Open.
So what we have presented here shows 2023 valuation, 2024 valuation, 2025 valuation. Now those are all for the current year, which gets applied in paid in the first big tax bill at the end of the year, and the second half will be paid next year. So these are the numbers we use for the 2026 budget as the 2025 valuation. As you can see there, you've seen steady growth. It's not quite as much this year to last year as it was from 23 to 24. Of this new total of 483,000, a little over 483,000 is new construction, and the rest of it is going to be either property with a change use, which is a very small percentage, or it's going to be just increased value on current land. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions about evaluation?
Is there a slide that goes with this? I mean, I can see the 35,000 that what you just commented about. Is there a slide on
Matt,
that?
do you have the actual notice from the?
I can pull it.
Yeah.
Do we know what all goes into why we didn't get as much of an increase?
Again, my guess is that it probably has more to do with the lower amount of new properties, essentially. I think you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you had some new buildings come online last year, or new buildings come online last year. Probably got assessed for the first time. But again, other cities that I've talked to, there's no real uniformity amongst them about whether they've seen significant growth versus prior years. Some of them, the cities that are doing a lot of development, they're growing about the same pace they have for recent years, and everybody else is kind of in the same range, just depending on what they've seen growth-wise in prior years. Mass grabbing that. But what I was actually looking at what he's about to bring you was that evaluation notice from the county.
Okay.
It's delinquency rates are really low, 1.84%. That's good. I mean, you don't typically see cities in a good position with a delinquency rate. What that essentially means is that for whatever reason, it could be people just not paying their taxes, but it's usually a situation where there's property that's in illegal dispute or something like that. The taxes don't get paid on time, but you're at 1.84%, which means that almost 99% of over 98% of taxes are being paid on time, which is a good sign. That can kind of be that, and the actual collection of delinquent taxes can be a sign of an impending economic downturn, but again, we're not seeing that there. So it's something I always look out for, but it's not anything I'm currently concerned about.
Do you know, Matt, do you know how that compares to other communities? Or, I mean,
Delinquency
it's
rates?
good, but
I mean, so you'll see higher delinquency rates typically in larger cities, just because they have a larger percentage of, lower income. But I remember, I worked for Goddard for 13 years. They always had about similar. It was never. I don't think I ever saw it above 2%, or if it
Okay.
or above 3%, I guess.
pretty consistent, but that's
Very
good.
consistent. Yeah. You're in a, you're a type of community that's continued growth. Not maybe on pace as the pace of some of those rapidly growing mazes and Concords, places like that. But, yeah. What we'll do is, just so we have a more apples to apples comparison, is we'll look at when we do when we do the general fund budget workshop next, we can, that's probably a more appropriate time to do a full dive into valuation growth, just because valuation is what drives the general fund. There's no levy budget. So if you look at that, look at the far right, that new construction. That's what I was talking about there. So of your over 2 million in valuation growth, assessed valuation growth, a little under a quarter of that was new construction. So that means the rest of your current properties are driving that, which means that your current properties are growing in valuation, which is positive, which is a good thing. You want it to grow, you don't want it to grow too fast for your residents. So, although for a city, it's great. Property with change use, that's probably something that went from ag to commercial, ag to residential. I'm not sure, but again, remember, these are assessed values, not market values. So it's going to be, for 11.5% of a rental, market value, 25% commercial. So. And for whatever reason, they've decided to include the watercraft tax estimate along with the property tax estimate or valuation estimate, rather than along with the estimates for the other types of personal property taxes. So that's included there at the bottom, and that's always a small number. It's and some kind of separate taxing category.
That's it, this was the other sheet they handed out that they had.
You want to go over that? Okay.
Yeah.
So the sheet you have there, this is a breakdown of your special highway street fund. So this fund, if you see there at the very top section, that's the revenue collections. We're looking at the 26 budget column on the far right there. Your two primary tax revenues that fund this are the county gas tax and the state gas tax, and that's a distribution from the state and the county for the fuel taxes that are levied in the state. Your proportion of that is, it's a complicated calculation, but it's based on essentially population versus, I think it takes into account population valuation, but that's how they get that number. So that number is actually provided by the state. We don't, the state partner, we don't actually do any kind of projection for that. The majority of your operations here are going to be funded by the transfer from the general fund, which is, we're estimating that to be about $196,000, and that's, a portion of sales tax essentially that funds that. And it'll all kind of, when we have, once we have all the valuation things plugged in, we'll have a better idea what that number will be. And then, that unencumbered cash, that's what we're estimating, beginning of the year, unencumbered cash fee. So for budgeting purposes, we count that as part of the revenue calculation, just because the way you get to a fund balance is beginning balance, revenue minus minus expenditures to get to your, projected ending fund balance. So this fund has, and for several years it had a budget for personnel, even though no current staff is being paid out of this fund. I increased those numbers by 5% moving forward, and this is kind of a placeholder for now. When we get the official splits for all the personnel figured out, we'll decide if we want to have some of that portion coming from here. The advantage of this is, the advantage of any kind of pay split is that you're funding your personnel from multiple sources. So if we're able to see the opportunity to, in a sort of a forward long-term path where we will be having some employees, a portion of their salary paid out of this fund, we'll maintain it. Otherwise, we'll probably zero that out before we finalize. All of our projections for your, as we keep going down these pages here, for expenditures for your other contractuals, commodities, capital outlays, these are based on, the commodities in your the contractuals are sort of based on fund performance year to date and for 2024 actual. So there are some increases over prior year budget, but we've seen higher costs for utilities, higher costs for some of your essentially your commodities, sort of parts and supplies would be the big one, yeah. So we're just reflecting that your actual expenditures have been higher there, so we're increasing the budget for those. The final section you'll see is capital outlay, and we're plugging in $420,000 for project contingency. That's just going to be, essentially we use that as a sort of a placeholder to get your overall expenditures to sort of match what revenues should be, basically being the offset for that project contingency or that unencumbered cash. So we plug in there hoping to maintain some fund balance going forward, but for budget purposes, because again on the state forms it's prior year fund balance plus revenues minus expenditures to get your ending fund balance. We like to see a fund balance there, so that can go up or down depending on how much is transferred over and how much actual beginning fund balance you have. And then the following is just a breakdown of those. The very last section you're going to see there is just the entire fund by broken down specifically by personnel, not by revenue type. So it shows us fund surplus, budgeted fund surplus is 74,000, but again, you could also take that 420,000 capital outlay and tack it onto that bottom number, show what it would probably be more likely to look like, because you haven't been funding a lot of street projects out of this fund. You've been funding those through capital and project funds.
Matt, when was this, the 2025 actual year to date?
It was through probably the first of the month. So, or between the first of the month and the last 3 weeks probably. I can't remember when I pulled that data for.
So definitely the first 5 months of the year,
Yeah, you're through May.
probably, okay.
And you'll have updated numbers on all these for actual,
Sure.
adoption and stuff. But what we'll probably end up doing is I'm going to add a sort of a estimate column for 2025 to kind of get a better projection for what we think we'll spend by the end of the year, just to compare it to budget for next year.
Very good.
Yeah, the next meeting, next time we do a this meeting, but I need to get, essentially I need this page that you guys have that shows evaluation, I need that for the last prior couple of years, and I didn't have that included in the stuff that I was working off of. But we can get that for you. Like I said, it's not me, I would love to come in and tell you you've got a 10%, valuation growth on your current properties, but it's just, you're still positive though, which is a good sign.
Some questions on commodities.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if my microphone will work. Oh, wow. Sorry about that. So, on commodities, I see parts and supplies,
Yeah.
a significant increase there.
Right. And the reason why, again, is because if you look at the 2024 actual column, you'll see that they're spending a lot more there than they have.
Yeah,
And so, and again, my question is gonna be, was that a one-off where they had a very high year like that? But even if you look back to 23 actual versus 24 budget, it was still significantly higher actual number.
yeah, 24 was really kind of an odd year, it looks like, for that. And year-to-date for 25, we're on track to be closer to what 2023 looks like.
Yeah,
If you were to
and again,
analyze it.
I think it's still too early in the year to make that. But just because I feel like your Public Works is gonna do more work over the summer months, particularly for street stuff, because that's when you do a lot of your street type operations. So
Okay.
it's, I think if we looked at a history of month to month when the biggest month to spend were, I haven't done that analysis at that level. I'm just trying to really base off of what I think the actual is gonna be, which is, I think you're probably gonna be closer to where you were last year.
Okay. That's what we hope, right? Looks like under capital outlay, vehicles and equipment, we don't have anything budgeted for 2026?
Again, this is your street operations fund,
Okay.
and typically you make those kind of purchases out of either capital or equipment reserve funds,
Okay.
not necessarily out of your major operating funds. It's good to keep that in there, because sometimes what you'll see is, sometimes that, if you've got if you don't have the fund balance in those capital funds that you want when you're making those kind of big purchases, I'm assuming the reason you have line items here is because a portion of those purchases in the past have come from this fund.
Okay.
So, and that could, I can't explain why, it could have been just that there was a additional fund balance in one place, or there was, insufficient fund balance in another, so.
Okay.
One of the goals of this budget process is going to be to condense some of your, we're not gonna be able to actually condense line items, we can condense line items that are actually budgeted and then used, this one is not a good example of it. If you go back and look at the utility funds, you seem to have some redundancies, or not necessarily redundancies, but you have multiple line items for things that could be consolidated. So we're trying to do that with budget this year.
Other questions, Beth? Matt, other Matt, do you have any,
I don't, no.
anything else you need us to know?
Just the big ones coming up, general fund. Not gonna make you make any decisions, but, it's gonna be it'll be a longer presentation on this. And I would really like if you had your, as many department heads here as possible to kind of, work on the presentation as well, just to kind of talk about what they're seeing, what their needs are, if they, so.
So just the July 10th date, is that what we're looking at?
Yes, if you're looking at the calendar there, we'll go to that in just a sec, so, yeah.
Okay. Just double check.
Yeah.
Workshop for that.
That's the big one.
Okay.
If I don't see you before, hope everybody has a good holiday.
Yes.
Thank
Happy
you.
4th of July. Thank you.
Stay safe.
Okay, any other questions? Okay. If something comes up, once you look through that and digest it, feel free to reach out to me. I can put you in touch with Matt, or we'll try to answer any questions that you have once you look through it, okay? So, looking at the calendar here, we're at June 26th right now. Is this showing up on your monitors up there?
Yep.
Okay. So we're June 26th at our next council meeting. We will do the presentation for the 2026 recommended budget, set the maximum mill levy limit, adopt resolutions for the notice of public hearing, and R&R, the revenue neutral rate, and budget adoption, okay? July 20th is the last day we can send it to the clerk. August 12th, planning commission will review the capital improvement plan. August 20th, we will hold the revenue neutral rate hearing. Publication of the hearing must be 10 days prior to the revenue neutral rate hearing, published in the newspaper and on the website. October 1st, you as the governing body will pass the resolution not to exceed, records roll call for the vote, and then formally adopt the budget. So October 1st is the final date for the budget, and then we will certify it and send it to the county clerk. So that's kind of where we're at in our schedule.
On the October 1st, is that, it says resolution to exceed R&R? Is that correct?
If we exceed, yes.
If we exceed,
And
okay.
we will exceed the revenue neutral rate,
Okay.
yes.
So essentially, there's two budget calendars now. There's a budget calendar for people that don't exceed, and there's budget calendar for people that do. So that,
Okay.
you basically have more time, because they have to build in time to send out the notifications, essentially, so.
Yeah.
I used to like to get budget done, wrapped up by July 1st, or by the 4th of July, and it's just impossible now, so.
That's impossible.
They've literally made it impossible.
Yeah, our goal through this entire budget process has been to maintain our current mill levy of 36.6 mills and not levy any more of that. The revenue neutral rate for this year's budget, if we were to maintain that, would have to be 34.596 mills. And it is just not possible with a city that is trying to grow. I don't know of a city in this area that has the revenue neutral rate. Everybody is far above it. It's nearly impossible to maintain that as you grow.
It was 34 point something.
34.596.
It's more than a 2 mil drop.
Yeah, significant. Okay.
Any other questions, council? Anything else for the workshop?
No,
Okay.
pretty short and sweet this time.
I would entertain a motion to adjourn the workshop.
I move that we adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion by Karen, second by Todd. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Carries 4-0.